welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Superpowers. Today we have one of our fan favorites, Marilyn Penny, with us on the show.
Thank you.
And Marilyn's going to do a relationship reading with us, with Caron and I.
Yeah, so we're going to try to understand why our souls have come together in this life and how we've decided to do all the things that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'm so curious.
Yeah, me too.
So, Marilyn, can you tell us a little bit about relationship readings and why someone would want to have that done?
Fantastic. Okay, so soul realignment is the foundational reading of my work, and I use the Akashic Records for that. So this is an extension to that. So I can actually do a relationship reading for, say, a spousal relationship, a sibling relationship, business partners, close friends. And that what we do is we uncover how many lifetimes you've shared previous to this one and what kind of relationships you've had. And then also what blocks are happening within those past relationships and why you're essentially together. And it sort of helps you to understand some of the relationship, maybe the relationship bumps that you're having, or it just helps to ease because we can clear those blocks, right? So then we can help to ease some of the relationship issues that you might be having. So the interesting thing is I can do it with you two together because you've both given me permission to look into your records, but I can also do it for, say, a husband or a wife, because you have energetic permission to do a reading for, say, a spouse or a live-in partner, or also a child with a parent. So I can actually do it with respect to one person about them and their relationship with someone else. So it's just all about integrity and about intention. So and the exciting thing for me as a practitioner is that I get to open two records at once. Which was the real big thing for me, because I have to actually operate with two sides of my brain and I have to bring that information down. And then I work on things together for you. And then I also uncover your blocks in general for you for relationships, which is kind of neat too. So very interesting.
That is really
interesting. Right away, a lot of our viewers don't know, I am an identical twin. So I have an identical twin sister, and I know that she's going to want to do a relationship reading between the two of us. And our birthday is coming up, so it's perfect.
Excellent. Right.
Sign out for that sometime soon.
That is great.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are ready?
Yes, very, very
okay.
Ready. So curious.
Okay, great. Okay, excellent. I'll just really quickly go over your energies. And these are things that we talked about, your energy centers, when we did your soul realignment. So I just do a little recap of that. So for Dawn, your primary energy was all about love, and you're very good at being in relationship, and you have a very loving energy, and you hold space for people, and that's where your healing energy comes from, which is so beautiful. And then you have a secondary one, which is all about power, and it's about self-choice, and it's about freedom. And it showed me, I think, your tattoo that said it was all, freedom, and and that's important to you, to have choice and not to be boxed in and not to be and having those opportunities, right? And then Caron, you have one big energy center, and it's all about communication. So you have a very strong ability to communicate both verbally and written. So that's really central to your core, and that's why you're so good at doing this sort of
work. I'm an animal communicator, right? So
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
you're totally you're both in the right field. From everything that I've done with you both, you're both doing the right stuff. And it's so interesting to see you come together now with all of those complementary energies that you have together. So you use those to enhance what you're doing together at Spiritual Superpowers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I looked into your records, and I found that you guys have shared 4 lifetimes previous to this one. So cool. Yeah. So in one, you were actually married. And who wants to guess who the husband was?
Well, wait a minute. Someone told me this once before, that we were married. Remember?
I'm trying to remember who that was.
How was that?
Was it your first past life regression that you did?
No. I was just an indigenous person, and you were a
medicine.
medicine
Was it Pudra?
Yes. Yes. Anyway, we've been told that we were married before.
I would guess that I'm the man, the husband.
I think that's what she said. You were the husband.
I'm very masculine naturally.
Yeah, you came up as the husband.
All right.
That's so funny.
And in another one, you were sisters. So, and guess who was the older sister?
Okay.
Who do you think was the older sister?
I'm gonna say me this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously.
You guys are so good. You already know all this.
We have some sort of memory. Yeah.
Yes, you have slow memory about that. And this is really cool. In another relationship, you were actually business partners.
Oh.
I love that. That was cool.
Yeah.
And in the last one, you were a healer and client. And Dawn, you were the healer, and Caron, you were the client.
Yes, my first past life regression, I was an Indigenous person in Arizona, and Dawn was the medicine woman in the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting how that kind of lines up then? Wow.
Because, we've had other people tell us things, but then there's consistency now. So, I mean, one person can tell you something, but it's hard to know for sure. When you're getting multiple people telling you the same thing, you can kind of, believe that that's definitely the case.
That's great. That's really great. And I love hearing that too, because it lends credibility to my work. So that's super. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Okay. So the next thing I check to see is if you have contracts between each other in your relationships. And the contracts actually can bind you and connect you and bring you back lifetime after lifetime as well. So there is a healing contract between the two of you, and Dawn is the healer, and it's a mutual contract. So Caron, you're accepting the healing, and Dawn, you're the healer.
I would
so
agree.
That makes sense. And there's also a protection contract that's mutual, and Caron, you are the protector of Dawn. So that may harken back to when you were siblings, in that past lifetime. So does that make sense?
I feel that so strongly. Yes.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Part of the understanding with contracts, and I mean, they can be good for you, but they can also be negative for us because they kind of bind us together, and they don't allow us to have our own individual creating our own experiences. So it's okay to have to help each other and heal each other and protect each other, but it's not great to have an energetic contract. So it is important to release those so that you can go on and make connections with other people and just keep that obligation or that force of contract released so you can each have your own experience.
And I understand that to a degree, because honestly, I sometimes worry about you a little bit more than I probably should, and I think sometimes I interject my opinion sometimes more than I should, but I just feel this overwhelming desire to do so. And so I can see how it can be negative sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. The intention is good, but sometimes maybe a little too overbearing.
And I welcome it, but I also feel like I am constantly, wanting to do more to help you and to heal you, and sometimes feel like I'm not doing enough. We even had that conversation a couple of times ago where I had that kind of thought that I was told to step up more.
Yeah.
So interesting. Yeah. So by releasing these contracts, that will just ease it. It doesn't mean you're not going to have still those feelings toward each other, but it just means that you don't have that obligation or that taking so much of your energy to help each other, right?
Yeah,
so you
feeling
can
a pressure
do
it. Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So I hope that this helped you, get some clarity on your relationship and how many past lives you've had together, and what sort of brings you together, and some of the blocks that affect you in all your relationships.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
This was wonderful. So much. Yeah, this was so much fun.
It makes a lot of sense to me.
Oh, and me.
Yeah.
Like it was
So-
you were bang on. So thank you so
Good,
much.
good.
Love
Oh,
this on the
I'm so
show.
happy.
Yeah, so I definitely can see how a lot of people would benefit from this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Good.
and any type of relationship, right?
Yes.
We will
Come
be
and see
sure
me.
to include a link to your website below in the description.
And we'll work on
Yeah.
our homework.
Yes, I'll
Dawn.
do my homework.
Yes.
And we'll see how things maybe evolve between the two of us and the channel as a result. So kind of cool.
Yes. Fantastic. Excellent. Thanks so much, ladies. Have a great day.
Oh, that was really interesting.
Yeah. And you know what? I think the most interesting thing from my perspective is confirming all those past lives, because that was kind of cool.
That was really cool. I was so curious if it was going to come up, because when she said we've had 4 past lives, and she went through the
Each
first
one of
3 and didn't bring up the one that you had experienced.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. And then she saved the best for last.
Yeah.
And confirmed the past life that you had previously experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah. So,
And so we've got some homework to do.
yeah. And we'll keep you posted on, what evolves. But we just said this a few minutes ago, but this is a really cool reading. And, reach out to Marilyn, and see how you can improve your relationships with anyone that you're spending a lot of time with, coworkers, family members, partners, whoever. So,
So thank you for watching.
Yeah.
If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button.
and the bell.
And the bell.
Yeah.
3 for 3.
So until next time, have a great day. We'll see you soon.